true. It's true. We didn't get to see too much of that in this particular game. We saw it being purchased in game number 1, but not as much as game number 2. That could have been a difference maker here, actually, now that you mention it.
2 seconds into the team fights, I think with the shields,
the extra 50% movement speed as well. Okay, we're theory crafting here, but at the end of the day, it's these players who are going to be the ones who make it that hard decision. What are they going to do with their economy? What are they going to do with their gold? First off, it's going to be the draft. Tiger Wong Esports deciding to stay on the blue side. Arrow 404 taking the red.
Do we want to believe that Tiger Wong's taking the red side? The blue
don't play with my feelings like that, man. Don't play with my feelings like that. Let's look at the bans here. Oh,
okay, it's Tiger Wong.
Definitely Tiger Wong. Imagine if it was Arrow 44 banning out the Natalia. That'd be so funny.
Yeah,
that would be so funny.
If we can win this, if we can win with this kind of matchup, we definitely need to ban it because it's broken though.
I think Tiger Wong Esports, you got to give him credit where credit is due. They're playing around the Natalia, but it's a factor that you shouldn't need to be thinking about. Let's simplify the game even more. Get rid of the Natalia, but that means something has to be let through. And previously, we saw Wan, we saw Kaja as well getting banned out.
Because the Tiger Wong ban out did too, and maybe a Farmis could be let out as well, because they need to farm that Arrow 404. They need to hope that Arrow 404 ban out maybe the 1-1 or the Farmis. Neither one can be taken away. So if Tiger Wong needs to take the glue again, I don't think it would be the first pick here.
I really hope Tiger Wong Esports don't go with the glue opener here. I think it's very, very clear that glue is decent, but at the end of the day, the rest of the teams, they're suffering from it. And now, maybe they're going to go with the glue opener again, but something has to be led through it. In this case, it just might be the Estes. We'll see once we see Arrow 404 lock in their second ban.
If they want to ban them down the Estes, they need to hope that Arrow 404, if they doesn't ban down the 1-1, maybe the Kaja as well, because they had a lot. Arrow 404 really needs to ban Arlot, Kaja, Fedrin, and as well as one more major damage. Farmis, yeah. Farmis is already banned by Tiger Wong though.
That's true. So again, the picks that you mentioned just now are out in the open. It's anybody's game here. Tiger Wong Esports, they ban out the 1-1. Okay, so they themselves get rid of it. Kaja is open. They might go for the Kaja opening here unless Arrow 404 decide, no, we're deviating from our plan. Let's get rid of it.
I think for the side of Tiger Wong, in their kind of playbook, they doesn't have the 1-1 to be playing with. I think because of either if they want a 1-1, maybe the Kaja to be picked here, they need to bait out the release coming in for Arrow 404. They need to ban something that is not on the meta, but Tiger Wong really needs, okay, maybe you want to go for glue first pick here. Fedrin maybe, because if they go for a glue first pick, they open up Fedrin, Akai, and again, maybe the Estes is not been banned by Tiger Wong.
If I was in Arrow 404's position, I don't think I mind the Fredrin too much, considering how well Lord Riki was actually winning out at least 60 to 65% of the coin flips on the Lord or Turtle. Arrow 404, they ban out the Kaja this time. So now Tiger Wong Esports, they could be forced to go with the glue opener once more.
I think I just want to see Arrow 404 just go for a Akai as well as the Barats, and the support will be an Estes. You know, last game possible, make it real for the side of Arrow 404.
Honestly, you might not be wrong about it, and I hate that could be true. But Arrow 404 lock in the Xavier has been doing well for them for either side, honestly, at this point. But let's see what's the next pick. Is it going to be an early Fredrin? Is it going to be the Akai once more?
Melissa again.
Melissa. Ooh, let me think about this. Sure, yeah, Melissa isn't too bad here. Arrow 404 can start off with their previous opening.
Yeah, because of the... Oh, okay. They have the Estes, though.
Look, you asked for it in game number 2, you got it in game number 3. Delayed praise, but it eventually came.
Hey, might as well bring up the Barats as well as the Akai. Living the damage. Leave the damage to Xavier.
More like living the dream. As long as he's alive, Tiger Wong Esports probably are going to have a bit of a tough time in these 50-50s. So let's see. Maybe Tiger Wong Esports are going to be the ones who are like, you know what? I'm going to take the Akai. I'm going to disrupt the formation of your team comp.
Yeah, Tiger Wong could take the Akai, or maybe they want to force down the the Valentina first. Oh, okay. Respect pick coming in for the side of Tiger Wong.
And they also take the Melissa as well, if I've seen that correctly. Yes! 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 I like it! Tiger Wong Esports adapting accordingly.
Yeah, welcome to the best drama ever.
This is great. This is great. It's nice to see that both teams are really getting accustomed to each other's playstyle.
Yeah, I think, okay, now the question is, if Tiger Wong already have the getaway and as well as the Hurricane Dance, okay, he can't just push away the members of, he can't push Estes away from the members of Aero 4. That's one point. But in terms of damage, they need to deal with the Melissa. They doesn't have the mid lane just yet. He needs to fight up the Xavier. Maybe a Valentina could be a good way for Tiger Wong. Aero 4, they have the damage in mid. They have the healing coming in for Estes. And now they need some more damage in the EXP lane like they did in game number 2 versus a Glue again.
I like this. I like this a lot. I mean, we've seen it coming out of Natsu. He is confident on this Lapu Lapu. And Lapu Lapu, especially with Bravest Fighter, with the anti-CC, the get away from me loses so much of its value overall. And when you have an Estes, even better. Just keep him alive. He was just going to keep on punishing the Melissa time and time again.
Yeah, I think the only point that for Lapu Lapu is he needs to just save his flicker though.
Oh, for sure.
That early game in game number 1 is not making for him, but if he can save it at the moment of time, he could make the game for Aero 4.
All right, let's see what else they're going for. Aero 4 decide to get rid of the Lolita. I like that a lot because, again, we're expecting Aero 4 to stick very close to each other, like uncomfortably close.
I think if they go, Tiger Wong has Melissa, Akai as well as Glue. Only the question is the mid lane. Valentina or Farsa is one to be picked. But I think if Tiger Wong just want to play in the turf of Aero 4, might as well take the Rafaela.
Personally, I think Aero 4, if anything, they ban out I mean, Yves is still available. Actually, yeah, Yves is probably the better option here. I think Valentina or Farsa both kind of do the exact same thing. I think Farsa is a little bit more high priority, but with Lapu Lapu, it can be a bit tough. But what ultimate do you really want to steal with the Valentina other than Lapu Lapu at this stage of the game? So, I don't know. It's a bit of a toss-up here.
I think if they steal the Estes ultimate, it could be daring for a team fight.
Dude, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work the way you think it does.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't work the way you think it does.
My bad.
But Tiger Wong Esports here, do they ban out the Claude? Do they just get rid of the Claude, say no more Battle Mirror image, you can't get in and out of the fights?
I think the Claude ban here, maybe not so much because of how the damage already been picked. Because Aero 4, they are confident with the jungle, with the tank jungle, so they doesn't have the Akai. Maybe they want to force out the Mortis again, or maybe, you know, a couple more jungle that is maybe the Barat's jungle to be placed for Aero 4.
That's the thing. That's why I'm thinking about anti-CC. I'm thinking about people who can actually block it. And in this case, that only leaves Martis and as well as the Barats. So why ban out the Frederick this time when you've seen how effective these 50-50s are? I guess they just don't want that extra guarantee with the appraisals wrap. But this means that Aero 4 are going to lean towards that Martis, and now we're going to see the full composition from Tiger Wong Esports.
Martis on jungle for Aero 4 now opens for a... Yes, he has a movement speed with the damage for the side of that jungle. Tiger Wong really needs a burst damage here. They want to go for a crowd control over burst damage in the mid lane.
Personally, I think that Tiger Wong Esports, they're probably going to pick the Farsa, and I don't think it's that bad, but I do hope that they either decide, in terms of their supports, I'm thinking about Atlas here. I'm thinking about people with big AoE, turn the tables in these overall team fights. I would also argue, Lilia! Oh, that's even better. That's actually even better. They go for the Ruby. They also go for the Lilia. Now they can actually set the line in the sand to say, this is where we're going to fight. This is the barrier that we don't want you to cross.
Yeah, because of... If the members of Aero 4 doesn't want to cross, he can just steal away. So with that Ruby pick, he can just force the crossing over for the side of Tiger Wong. So maybe this is the idea for Tiger Wong. What is the counter attack coming in for Aero 4? Because support as well, they already have the S-Test. It doesn't have the marksman just yet. Doesn't have the Melissa, 1-1, net 10. The Claude is the only option for the side of Aero 404.
Yep, the Claude is the only option, and it gets locked in coming in from Aero 404. We done nicely here in predicting this draft. I didn't expect that last 2 picks. I would have expected something else instead of that Ruby, but I think that the Lilia is such a smart idea for the side of Tiger Wong Esports.
Let me see how much damage the Tiger Wong could give, and as well with the Estes healing coming in for Aero 404 combination, as well as their comfort pick in game number 3 with the Claude for Force Secret. We've seen a lot more games coming in for Force Secret, played a little bit underwhelmed, but can he step up a little bit to win this matchup?
I think this is a really important game. If Force Secret wants to step up, really get the blood boiling, this is his moment here. This best of 3 is finally coming down to this one last game at match point. Oh boy, get ready for it. For the lower bracket round 2 match number 1, game 3 between Tiger Wong Esports and Aero 404.
Look at how the draft has been made. One team, Tiger Wong Esports, has a lot of burst damage. They had a rewatch time coming in. Reckley, 3 games playing on the glue. So if Tiger Wong has a comfort pick, it's especially Rexley played really well in game number 1, but game number 2 a little bit hard because of the mistakes that have been made into the draft with the Natalia pick. Aero 404, we haven't seen a lot more aggressive gameplay. They're back into the game number 1 composition with this sustainable as well as defense mechanism.
I mean, look at Safril here. He is trading hard. Yamikaze, he might be in some trouble here. He slows them down. Lord Ricky, can you do anything about this? Assurance Aura here comes out, but Denzo finds Rince in the back. I didn't expect him to have that much damage here, and especially with Rince, he shouldn't have died there.
I don't think the Tiger Wong is ready with the game number 3 because the damage coming in for Aero 404 a little bit too much here to be handled with. Aero 404 with the momentum brings for the game number 2. Really make Tiger Wong Esports afraid in the dark.
Yeah. Oh, instantly finds the wall. Lord Ricky, there's no way he's getting out of this alive. But the rest of Tiger Wong Esports punishing him for walking up too far as Seishiro is able to hit level 4. Yamikaze going to help out in Force Secret's lane. After that bad trade, he is a little bit behind, but now to catch up, 10 more seconds until Little Turtle comes back up.
Yeah, in terms of early first blood coming in for Aero 404, but still Tiger Wong has the momentum and the goal lead coming in this early game because they trade a kill on bottom side. But Tiger Wong, can they go for a total retake here because they lost a lot of objective in game number 2?
Yeah, but again, Lord Ricky is getting chunked out pretty hard here by Rin so far. Dawning Light is out, but the Black Shoes is still up. Let's see how they play this out. Seishiro needs to be able to beat Lord Ricky here, but again, we're seeing that Rexley, he's trying his best to zone them off. They need to pull the turtle to their side of the map. Yamikaze still has his ultimate yet to be unlocked here, and it's going to be, once again, Akai. He gets the Lord just in time, but unfortunately, it does mean that Ruby loses her life in the middle of that fight, and instantly a double. Lord Ricky working with the momentum, chasing down his opponents, and there you have it, a 2-for-0 trade in favor of Aero 404.
Yeah, to be fair, Tiger Wong gets the total itself, but the members of Tiger Wong has been fallen down with a cleanup made by Lord Ricky. A little bit late here in terms of retribution, but I think Aero 404 really managed to take that team fight into their hands with the retake in terms of their kills, and also the goal has been handed to Aero 404. That team fight is really scary, and Tiger Wong really need to realize that they need to do something with that Estes pick because Estes gives a lot of momentum as well as health to Lord Ricky.
And even for Secret, he's trying to farm, but again, Tiger Wong making it difficult for him, trying to cut off as many resources as possible here. I don't know, there's one thing that I know, is that Cambodians are very scary when they have momentum on their side. So Tiger Wong need to minimize the mistakes here and stop this aggressive push, stop Aero 404 from getting that monumental moment.
Tiger Wong really needs to find a way here to shut down the momentum coming in for Aero 404 because of how Lord Ricky is a little bit too aggressive here. I don't think that Daddy Dudido could force away one ulti, just want to force the members of Aero 404 into a team fight. But Safril here, he knows that Tiger Wong plays a little bit of a goal lane, a little bit savior currently, so Aero 404 really needs to force something here. we see a lot more aggressive coming in for Lord Ricky rather than Google Shishiro, just focusing on objective because I know he is pissed in game number 2.
Yeah, he's definitely not happy here with 4 members hovering around the top side of the map. We're seeing that Era 404 aren't really responding. They don't need to necessarily, especially when Yamikaze is so nearby to make sure that Force Secret is guaranteed to live. Now, the Turtle, they're finding that position, and Tiger Wong is going to be the first to make it there, but reinforcements from Era 404, wait a minute, no, they're moving to the top side of the map. They want to punish these 3 members here. The doll is already out. Denzo, here it comes, not 2 flickers forward to get away from me, is pulled up, and it's going to be the bravest fighter who cuts right through. The Blazing Duet is already good, but on the bottom side, we see that Lord Ricky does not win that retry battle. Melissa gets a kill off her own as Yamikaze unable to top him up in time.
That is a good reflex coming in for Tiger Wong. They take 2 objectives. They take the turtle on bottom. They repent fight onto the top side. Tiger Wong's really on the aggressive side here. Gugun Shishiro played really well on bottom side here. I think they will force it.
Well, let's see whether or not they do. Ooh, nicely done. The stun coming in from the Xavier, locking all 3 members, and Rin still alive even though the Dawning Light was expanded. It was enhanced as well, so well done. Arrow 404 don't find anything just yet.
I think the most kind of chemistry the side of Tiger Wong has when Gugun Shishiro played really well with Rexley on bottom side. Just want to push down Natsu. I think Natsu currently has been pinned down into the EXP lane a little bit too much here because he cannot help down Air 404 to make a fight in the mid lane.
Yep, and again, the disrespect from space from Lord Ricky. He knows he wants to open up an opportunity, but Tiger Wong are making sure that their defense is airtight, not leaving too many holes here, and not to mention that Seishiro is 1 full level ahead of Lord Ricky.
A little bit late here for Air 404 because they know they need to find a way to find a goal lead in soft rail. Trying to force in the top side here with Riz. Lord Ricky on the back.
Yep, Rinz, he might be in some trouble, but black shoes to get him out of that situation. Not even close as Lord Ricky gets pulled back into the middle of all 5 members of Tiger Wong. If they're not going to make any mistakes and play a clean game, Era 404 have no room to breathe. Mid lane going to get attacked by Natsu here. Is he going to die for this? He might die for this. Yep, he's going to try and make his attempt to crush mid-tier 1, giving up his life for it and putting it down to 1 HP.
It's unfortunate for Air 404 because they knew they can take a team fight for 5v fight with the X-Test big. But now, game number 3, Tiger Wong just said, okay, Yamikaze, you make me mad in game number 2. Now game number 3, we will not give you any heals for your teammate. We need to kill you first, and it is going to be really, really painful for the side of your Arrow 4.
Yep, Dadijudejo taking a brutal amount of damage. He's finally dead. Doesn't make it to soft rail in time. Dawning Light and Blazing Duet being committed for that kill. But look at top side, right? We're seeing that Seishiro is stealing away the jungle from Lord Riki to make sure that his lead is always on top. But Denzo is about to interfere up by Rinzi's side, but he realizes, you know what, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth my time. Look at the mid lane. Rins is already hard shoving it in. Force Secret is like a little too far here, but nobody is there to really punish him.
But I think if Dadijudejo is there, maybe for the side of Force Secret, he will be dead because of the ultimate just negates a lot more potential for the side of Aero 4-4. But in terms of how desperate the Aero 4-4 really needs to win, we can see from Force Secret, because he needs that damage, he needs the kill to win this matchup. But Tiger Wong Esports said, no, this is our game, we dictate this tempo, we need to win this. You only can fight onto objective with Turtle Lord, but Tiger Wong cannot make this mistake, same as well as Arrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, Arrow 4-4 are trying their best, trying to look for gold anywhere across the map, but Tiger Wong, as you mentioned before, are dictating that tempo. Where they fight, how they fight, when they fight is decided by Tiger Wong. Seishiro, unfortunately, doesn't find the right angle just yet, doesn't utilize his ultimate, but you can see that all 5 members of Arrow 4-4, they're done with this. Let's 5v5 right now.
I think this is 5v2 in the mid lane because 2 members of Tiger Wong is on bottom side, so trying to push onto 2 turrets, and top side as well. We're actually doing his own game. He's just playing away with Natsu, leaving Natsu hard to just reconcile on the team fight. Yep.
Oh, Yamikaze flickers forward to try and heal him back up. Rins unfortunately can't do much about it. Has to take the black shoes out. They lose the Akai, but take the tier 2. It looks like Tiger Wong Esports could be, well, taking an objective, losing out their jungler. This could be an opportunity for Lord Riki to actually catch back up. They're running for this Lord.
Yeah, I think we actually really need to do something here because of how ambitious is Tiger Wong Esports on top, on bottom side, trying to kill away that Estes a little bit too much of a hard. No.
Oh, they're pulling back Yamikaze. He's done for, and now Lord Ricky needs to get into the middle of this fight. Decimation. It's too late. They've lost so many members to the Melissa side as well as the Lilia. One by one they fall. Lord Ricky hasn't even gotten enough work done on this Lord. Well done as Tiger Wong Esports hold that lead. Big ultimates being wasted on Kai will make sure his death ain't worthless.
Holy smoke, Tiger Wong Esports. 3 members only can just defend 5 members from Arrow 4-4. Takes away the S-Dash first. That is the code. That is the cheat. The cheat that Tiger Wong really needed, because if Estes cannot provide heals, they can't win this team fight.
Yep, they absolutely can. Mid-tier 1 finally falling here. Can they actually pick this up? Does he have the black shoes? No, he does not. He ends up dying here. And Gungun, it's a little too late. Seichiro can't do much as Dani Dudedo is on the opposite side trying to slow them down. Rexley into that split. Can they get the kill onto Natsu? No, they cannot, as he walks back to Yamikaze and gets topped up.
Yeah, looks how Yamikaze just shield away Natsu, just giving a lot more health into 1 members only, because he knows Natsu is disrupt the position coming in for Tiger Wong. That team fight itself, I do see that Guga Shishiro is not happy with that team fight collapse because of Tiger Wong Esports. Really needs to back down for the choke point that Redsley and as well Rins happened to use the black shield a little bit too early because of how damage he is for Secret, too much damage.
Of course, Secret, he tries his best, but Safril has Inspire and instantly wins out on that trade. It's so unfortunate for Secret. He was very confident, but again, Winchan, such a powerful ability. They find an actual clip onto Denzo. He's in trouble. He's dead. Now they have nobody who can actually protect them from this high ground defense. An inhibitor might fall into the hands of Tiger Wong as they slowly push up forward. Look at that. Seitaro is already so far up front, tanking the waves. They will get top inhibitor after this. And Arrow 4-4 are unfortunately just watching. They clear out that waves, but it's so very low. It's basically done for.
And the position coming in for Arrow 4-4, they got caught up a little bit too much here, because we saw how for Secret a little bit too aggressive on top side, and as well as Denzo is the first one to be taken away. Yes, we saw a lot more ambitious coming in for Guga Shishiro to just want to Hurricane Dance onto the face of Yamikaze. Yes, Yamikaze is the healer coming in for Arrow 4-4, but if he can take on the damage, only have health, doesn't have the damage to take a team fight, Tiger Wong could win this matchup. For Arrow 4-4, they need to realize Tiger Wong could just dive into the backline to find anything that suit their palette.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Arrow 4-4, they have to play around Denzo and Natsu, right? Lord Riki, he needs that space. The only people who can create that or set up for him is Denzo. Natsu is able to jump into the backline, no problem. But Denzo and Yamikaze with Force Secret have to work together here. They cannot be seen as separate entities. They need to be seen as one singular profile. Rins will get that Divine Glaive for himself. So again, these Shadow Balls are going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, Rexley on bottom side trying to push a little bit here, trying to secure into the possession onto the Lord himself on bottom side here. But if Arrow 4-4, they need to pray they can steal this with the red tree. If they steal this, they need to balance out the game.
Okay, Gungun, he's 3 levels up. There's no way he misses this. There's no way.
You don't know that.
I know that. I know that. I feel it. I feel the level lead. I feel the level lead, and Lord Ricky is nowhere close. Come on, don't hesitate here. This could be the make it or break it. Lord Ricky, he's walking up. He wants to do this, but look at that top side. They're threatening at the exact same time, and this time it's going to be Rexley who's trying to zone him away. They get this for free as mid lane is under attack for Secret, purposely putting himself as bait. Yamikaze forced to flicker at the same time. They get it. They have a guaranteed Luminous Lord here.
Yeah, Tiger Wong really aggressively trying to push away the members of Arrow 4-4 because they know if they take the 50-50 on the Lord, Arrow 4-4 could win. So Tiger Wong is like, okay, I'm not feeling confident with my Retribution. We need all of you to just push away. Make Arrow 4-4 defend, retreat at this moment to try and find a way to win that straight on top, mid, and as well as bottom. So Lord Ricky, it's just unfortunate he cannot 50-50 with Guga Shishiro.
Yep. I can attest to that, and I think, you know, a lot of teams in this position with the lead 44.3k compared to 37.3k. Arrow 404 are only 5k away to their power spike, but they're not going to be able to get there in time with this Luminous Lord about to knock on their inhibitor doors to guarantee topside. But let's see, Tiger Wong with the majority of their members down by the bottom side for Secret, now getting his Corrosion side. He will be able to chase down his opponents. Rexley must not disrespect that space, but Safril losing 50% of his HP to a Dawning Light. Topside falls, and here we go. We see Arrow 404, high ground defense is looking impeccable. Gungun finds an opportunity, gets Yamikaze, he's down, no more sustainability. Rexley zones off the rest, and now the last inhibitor will fall as Tiger Wong are knocking on the doors. Victory is at hand. Natsu tries his best, he's slowed down, he flickers away. Blazing Duet into the wind chant, but Safril wind chants off his own. He's still alive, get away from me, he's alive, and now Lord Ricky ends up falling 3 for 1 in favor of Tiger Wong. They just need a wave.
Yeah, they just need a wave. Arrow 4-4, only 2 members left to win this matchup or to defend this crystal. It'll be too much damage coming in for Tiger Wong.
And it's over. Tiger Wong finally do it, playing the best game we've seen out of them, and only Arrow 4-4 can get this level of competition out of them. Congratulations, GG, well played. Tiger Wong Esports wins this round.
Confident win in game number 2 for the side of Arrow 404. They managed to get us to game number 3, and confident as well for Tiger Wong Esports. As we see, they cannot fight onto the Retribution game.
Oh, dude. I mean, nicely done. I think Tiger Wong has played one of the cleanest games here against Arrow 404. I will say, yes, there were a couple of overextensions, but at the end of the day, Tiger Wong kept on trading up, whether it be in gold or EXP. They made sure that the jungle was the focus. They knew that Arrow 404 wanted to punish Melissa, but they just couldn't get it done. Tiger Wong, with their airtight defense in the early to mid game, really profited of them here at the end of the road.
Yeah, I think for the side of Arrow 404, when we see a lot more, you know, overconfident and desperate is for Secret played with the Blazing Duet, then he needs to try to win and take the kill. I feel sorry for Arrow 404 because only person that we see desperate enough to make the plays is for Secret, rather than Denzo as well as Lord Ricky. Yes, Lord Ricky has been denied into the possession of the Lord. That is a macro game coming in for Tiger Wong, but the micro is